Successful entrepreneurs understand exactly how to supercharge their workday for productivity, mental clarity and alertness, and to even spark creativity. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Welcome back to my channel, Marjorie Spearman. I'm a real estate agent and a wellness advocate, and I'm very passionate about nutrition. I love to share with you the things that I've learned and the things that I've applied to my life. Today, we're going to be bridging nutrition science with nutrition practice to balance, optimize, and restore our lifestyles so that we can achieve our goals. So let's get right into it. Nutrition science behind brain health and maximizing productivity. Just so you know why this works, the brain is composed of 60% fat, yes, and it's mostly omega 3s and polyunsaturated fats. The brain actually uses about 20% of our caloric intake. That's about 400 calories every single day. And depending on your diet, your brain will either thrive or decline. Depending on your diet, your brain will either work in its optimal zone or promote degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia, even anxiety, depression, moodiness, irritability that is related to your brain health and your diet. So let's go ahead and connect the two. So I just want to keep this very simple. We're not going to get too heavy into the science. I've linked some resources below, some research papers, and some books that you can check out if you want to learn more. And if you want to implement this into your lifestyle, I have a 3-step process. This is awareness. What are your current limitations? Do you currently experience brain fog, memory loss, lack of focus? If you do, then you understand how important it is to get back on track. We're aging, and as we age, our brains age. And as our brains age, we may not be as fast or quick on our feet, but this can be curtailed and prevented by diet. Are you aware of your optimal zone? Have you ever heard of flow state, or maybe you've experienced flow state? This is where you're zoned in, you're tuned in, and you're turned on, and you're hyper, it's like a hyper focus. And when you're in the flow, it's just like you're unstoppable. That's your optimal zone. And if we can be more in our optimal zone, if we can get into that optimal zone on a daily basis and more throughout the day, that will help us become more productive and focused. Step 2, remove. I like to start with remove because sometimes it's not always about what we should start doing, but it's about what we should stop doing. And when we're talking about prevention, the role of nutrition in prevention, we need to remove certain things from our diet, like a lot of processed foods. Put that McDonald's down. Just put it down. Stop smoking cigarettes. I know it's not easy, but if you can limit and reduce and quit smoking, you're doing your brain a huge favor. Also, sugar and alcohol just inhibits our brain and other parts of our body. So once you can reduce these things from your diet, you can give your brain the space to restore its optimal zone. Just start with what you can control. You don't have to be perfect. Just continue showing up and you'll see results. Something that we can't control, but is also important to limit, is environmental pollutants. These environmental pollutants, processed foods, smoke, sugar, and alcohol, they all create free radicals and oxidative stress in the brain. This ages the brain rapidly. So if you are eating a lot of McDonald's or processed foods, smoking a lot of cigarettes, eating a bunch of sugar and alcohol, I'm pretty sure you've noticed and how your brain works. Maybe you have brain fog, maybe memory loss, lack of focus. Go back to step 1 and write down what your experience is. Then come to step 2 and you'll see the connection has been what you're consuming. So remove those things first. Again, don't overcomplicate it. And after you remove these, after you remove these things from your diet, I want you to add. Now, here is where the good stuff starts. Once you remove the things that need to be removed, you need to add some good stuff to help your brain. So let's take a look at this chart that I created based on some of the research papers and the books and just my personal experience. The first one is fatty acids. Remember, this is super important because the brain is made up of fatty acids. It's made up of omega-3s and polyunsaturated fats. Why are these important? Well, they protect and promote the healthy development and functioning of neurons and neurotransmitters in the brain. And I'm pretty sure you're familiar with neurotransmitters. That's like dopamine, serotonin. So some foods that you can eat that contain fatty acids of different types are nuts and seeds, avocado, flaxseed, chia seeds, dark leafy greens, all types of beans like soy, kidney, pinto, mung beans, lentils, chia, and of course, cold water fish. The second thing you can add to your diet to increase your brain health, productivity, and focus are antioxidants. Now, all of these on this list aren't necessarily antioxidants, but I added vitamin E and flavonoids just because of how they work in the brain. So antioxidants protect the brain and nerve cells against free radicals and oxidative stress. Remember that we're removing the environmental pollutants, cigarette smoke, processed foods, sugar, because they promote oxidative stress and free radicals in the brain, which leads to degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia, depression, anxiety, irritability, brain fog, memory loss. Also, antioxidants also protect the brain and reduce inflammation. Things like berries and colorful produce of all types are considered antioxidants or have those antioxidants benefits. Just start there. The next thing is our B vitamins. Now, I didn't want to list out everything, but there are very important B vitamins like folate, B12, B5 that are very, very, very impactful for the brain. However, there's really no sense in taking a single supplement by itself. The best thing to do is to get these things from your food and then supplement if and when necessary. Just take a B vitamin supplement or a multivitamin. So B vitamins increase production of neurotransmitters, aka the chatty patties who communicate and deliver messages throughout the body and the brain. This also prevents dementia and degenerative diseases. B vitamins are in foods like beans and legumes, dark leafy greens, nutritional yeast, seeds, eggs, cold water fish. You're going to see a lot of the same foods because these healthy whole foods and healthy fats, you just can't get any better with that. So make sure they're in your diet every single day. The next thing is nootropics. Nootropics. You've probably heard this buzzword. You've probably heard this buzzword if you're a fan of people like Joe Rogan, Tim Ferriss, just to name a few. Nootropics. You've probably heard this buzzword over the last few years. If you, let's say, ever heard of Bulletproof Coffee, or if you listen to Joe Rogan or Tim Ferriss, just to name a few. This nootropics enhance cognitive abilities and performance because they interact with neurotransmitters. One of the neurotransmitters that nootropics interact with is dopamine. It promotes dopamine, which increases concentration, alertness, and energy. So go ahead and check out lion's mane, chaga, reishi. Some great powdered mushroom supplements that I love include Primal Health, as well as Om and Four Sigmatic. Let's continue moving on. So this is one we all love, caffeine. Caffeine enhances cognitive abilities as well. While the nootropics promote dopamine, we have caffeine that actually blocks adenosine, which is another neurotransmitter that makes us feel relaxed and tired. And you can find caffeine, of course, in coffee and green tea. I love green tea because it doesn't make me feel anxious like when I drink too much coffee. And green tea also has other vitamins and nutrients in it. It's green tea. Come on, So drink it up whenever you need to. The next thing is not a food, but is very important for our brain health. Our gut bacteria or gut microbe in our tummy. We have something that's called the the gut-brain axis. And this communicates directly with the brain and our other body systems, like our immune system, through the vagus nerve. This influences hunger, mood, our immune system, and our mental health. So, if you want to increase your productivity, focus, and your brain health, definitely learn more about gut microbe or gut bacteria. I know you've heard of probiotics. This is what that is about. Now, just a little bit about the gut bacteria. We have billions in our body. We actually have more gut bacteria in our body than we have cells. How is that possible? Well, it's possible. That's just how our body is made up. Probiotics help the gut bacteria flourish. We have so many different types of gut bacteria, and we need to keep a balance. Now, when we're eating a lot of processed foods, sugar, alcohol, things like that, that increases the bad bacteria. And I really don't like to use bad or good because, we're beyond that. To promote the healthy balance of your gut bacteria, you want to eat things like greens and beans, lots of fiber. You want to have probiotics and prebiotics because that is also what the gut bacteria feeds on, as well as water. Make sure you're drinking enough water, and kombucha. I love to drink kombucha. They add probiotics in it and kefir. These are my recommendations to promoting focus, clarity, alertness, to supercharge your day and sparking creativity. And I have a bonus little treat for you. Food synergy is just combining different food groups for increased health or nutritional benefits. You can learn more about food synergy by checking out Dr. Michael Greger, a plant-based nutrition doctor, and his website is nutritionfacts.org. He has plenty of books that you can check out, and I recommend them. He also has lots of videos talking about nutrition and the health benefits, and they're all science-backed, science evidence. But anyway, so this last bonus treat is based on the foods in the Eat This column. And it's this amazing recipe that you can use in the morning to supercharge your workday for productivity. And if you're someone who does intermittent fasting, which also helps with brain health, you can also drink this drink and still fast. Okay, so here is the recipe. This is a mushroom coffee smart drink. It's just 1 cup of coffee, black coffee, with a teaspoon of mushroom powder. You can use lion's mane, reishi, chaga, whatever you like. There's so many brands out there that you can try. As well as a half of a tablespoon of organic, unrefined coconut oil. And it's optional, but just a little bit of coconut milk or any type of milk that you like to add in your coffee. This is really based on the bulletproof coffee drink. And we just added some extra stuff to increase the food synergy. So once you have your mushroom powder, your black coffee, and your coconut oil, go ahead and blend it up. It'll be very creamy and frothy, and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. This lets me know that you like the content, and I'll continue making more. If you have any questions, comments, or any nutrition hacks for the brain, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'd love to read them. Thank you so much and have a great day.